Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting perspective that I imagine you would have is as a performance coach and working, with elite athletes. How do you look at like general health and fitness, like for general population, and how do you perceive kind of that industry and the messages that it's conveying and the way that it's kind of teaching people to navigate health long term? Do you kind of just go, or is it?
Yeah. Look, one of the things that I've sort of come to believe is that I feel like the message is it's a little bit too soft for actually allowing people to create the changes that they want to create in their life. So say, for example, you're looking at someone who's just trying to get fitter, healthier, and lose a bit of weight. The general guidance is, 150 minutes of moderate activity each week. Going for a walk a few times will be enough, and try and reduce the amount that you eat and exercise a little bit more. I'm like, well, if you have a mediocre approach, then you're going to have mediocre results. So I think there's genuinely, like, the research is really clear. There's something genuinely valuable about high intensity training.
Mm.
And I think there's something genuinely valuable about pushing yourself towards becoming like an expert in your own nutrition and your diet. But it's not as accepted currently. Like, everyone accepts that you should be a master of your financial health and all of that. And you should learn as much as you can about that, but it's not so much in the health and fitness world. So it's really hard because I don't live in the space, but my general perspective from someone who lives in a high performance world, looking at the general population's approach to health and wellness, is that sometimes it's just a little. I think the message is a little. If you just do a little bit, that'll be enough. And I think it needs to be a little bit more. Like, there's definitely a marketing approach to this, and I don't know the answer because that's not my space. But to see genuine change, you need that high intensity aspect to your training at some point. Now, like, that's where, say, really good coaches like yourself would come in, and like, you understand well that across a week of training, not every session is high intensity. You have some, you go for a walk, you just do some simple movement, but there is genuine value in actually getting people stronger and getting people fitter through pushing and progressively overloading and doing this. And like, as much of a dickhead as James Smith is, he has some really good messages on that stuff. Like, he talks a lot about, hey, like, no, we don't go to the gym for a workout. We go to train to get better, to improve our strength and our fitness. And as a consequence of doing those things, you'll naturally see a lot more of the results that you want anyway. So I think there's a lot of value that can be taken from the high performance world and brought to, say, that general population fitness and